Alright aviators, we're about to dive into some essential knowledge that's going to make your aviation journey smoother than a tailwind at 30,000 feet. Imagine this is your captain speaking and you've all seated comfortably in the cockpit of learning. Get ready to fasten your intellectual seatbelts because today's lesson is all about aircraft performance and how those atmospheric conditions up there can either be your wingman or your turbulence. The Earth's atmosphere envelops our planet, comprising a mixture of gases that differs from land and water. It possesses mass, weight, and an indefinite shape, allowing it to flow and change shape under varying pressures. This fluid nature of air plays a fundamental role in aviation performance. The atmosphere consists primarily of 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 1% other gases, with most of the oxygen found below 35,000 feet. One of the key atmospheric factors affecting aircraft performance is atmospheric pressure. Air, despite its lightness, possesses mass and weight due to gravity, resulting in forces exerted in all directions, commonly referred to as pressure. At sea level, under standard conditions, the average pressure from the weight of the atmosphere is approximately 14.7 pounds per square inch. The density of air significantly affects aircraft performance, influencing power, thrust, and lift. As air becomes less dense, it reduces engine power, propeller efficiency, and lift generation. Atmospheric pressure varies not only with time, but also with altitude and temperature. To address these variations, a standard reference was established known as the standard atmosphere. At sea level, the standard atmosphere includes a surface temperature of 59 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius, and a surface pressure of 29.92 inches of mercury, or 1013.2 millibars. Standard temperature and pressure lapse rates dictate how pressure and temperature change with altitude. Deviations from these standard conditions are termed non-standard temperature and pressure, requiring adjustments that are provided in the manufacturer-specific performance charts. Altitude plays a significant role in pressure variation. As aircraft climb to higher altitudes, atmospheric pressure decreases. To determine an aircraft's pressure altitude, pilots must set their altimeters to the current altimeter setting, which reflects the local atmospheric pressure. This setting allows pilots to read the altitude relative to the standard datum plane, a theoretical level where pressure is 29.92 inches and air weighs 14.7 psi. Pressure altitude is crucial for aircraft performance assessments and flight level assignments above 18,000 feet. Density altitude represents the altitude in the standard atmosphere corresponding to the specific air density. It combines pressure altitude and temperature, correcting for non-standard temperature variations. Air density directly affects aircraft performance, with lower density leading to improved performance and vice versa. Regardless of the actual altitude, an aircraft performs as though it were operating at the existing density altitude. Calculating density altitude requires knowledge of pressure, altitude, and temperature, with corrections provided by manufacturer-specific charts or flight computers. Both pressure and temperature affect air density. Increased pressure results in greater density, while higher temperatures lead to decreased density. Humidity, though often overlooked, also influences density. Moist air is lighter than dry air, with warm, moist air being the least dense. The interplay of these factors influences aircraft performance as they alter air density and thus density altitude. Pilots must consider these effects even though there is no specific rule of thumb for humidity and anticipate decreased performance under high humidity conditions. Understanding the intricate relationship between aircraft performance and atmospheric conditions is crucial for every pilot. Atmospheric pressure, temperature, and humidity exert significant influences on aircraft performance, affecting power, thrust, and lift. Pilots must be able to interpret performance data presented in the AFM POH, recognizing variations, and make necessary adjustments based on the pressure altitude and density altitude. By doing so, they can optimize the aircraft's capabilities while navigating safely through changing atmospheric conditions, ensuring efficient and secure flight operations.